Hey everyone, it's Peter here, and this time it will be a very quick, brief video about AI. I wanted to say a few arguments about AI artists, about so-called artists, because obviously we all know social media is now crowded with AI art and with artificially generated art, and people are oftentimes claiming that it's their work, it's their skill. Some even apply for competitions and want to compete with artists who actually need that skill and will paint either traditionally or digitally, and they claim full credit for their work. So I have a few arguments here in this video why I do think that AI, at its current state, AI art should be definitely not considered as art and not as a tool either. Okay, so here on Instagram I deliberately searched for AI art hashtag, and you can see this looks really artificial. Yeah, like AI. It's generated, and of course some of you might argue it's just the beginning, it will get better. Yes, it's getting better, and it's getting way better, even in whether it's videos or images. It's getting better and better every month, no doubt about it. And I also I want to say I'm definitely not against progress, okay? This is a bit different than embracing technology. People are also just copying other artists, or when you compare traditional musicians versus digital music creators, it's different, right? But still, you need to have, there is still process involved. You need to have some sort of skill, and even if you draw with digital brushes and pencils, you have to have that skill for composition and proportions, and this takes time, this takes years sometimes to learn. Not sometimes, many times actually. And now if you simply type that prompt, well, basically everyone, even 10 years old kid, can do, and you get some result like this. Okay, maybe something is overpainted, maybe something took a little bit longer, but still, this is definitely not the work. When you compare yourself with persons, with people who actually drew this or went out to make a real photograph, it's a completely different story. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't find ways to do art and process more effectively and speed it up. But my main argument is it's a whole different story to speed up the process and to completely skip it. And this is what most of AI generation at its current state are doing. You basically skip the creative process and you get the final result. How is this simply different from getting art from some artist and just being a client? This is like if a machine did a commission for you and you are that client because you picked. Because yeah, there's the argument that your input is your text, okay, and you have your idea in your head. Okay, but how is it different if you are a customer and someone does a commission for you? You basically just pick what you like. It's like if you're in a store and you buy a beautiful painting. Would you take credit for it? Like you're a creator of this? I doubt it. I could understand something like let's say these freckles or something. If you painted whole image and the AI would help you with some very repetitive task, which basically doesn't need skill at all. You're just clicking there for several minutes or hours. The photo bashing is basically a similar technique, and maybe this way it can be called a tool, but the whole image is still yours. Yes, people also copy. People also try to mimic what they see in real world. We are not really 100% original, and no one is. It's true, but you still have that creative process, and you still add something which is yours and unique, your own experience, and as final product, it is a mix of something which has already been done, plus, which is very important, plus something which is yours, like your preference, your experience, something your own. And I think that this is what makes art really valuable. Because at this current state, the machine is the artist and you are the client. This is what you are basically doing with AI generations. And why do you take credit for this? Basically, you're just picking the final product. How is it different if your friend, if you say to your friend that, hey, I see you're a really great artist, just can you please draw me some blah 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 specific things, and he will draw it to you and give it to you. And now what? Will you call yourself an artist? I'm repeating myself here, but this is very, very similar scenario. So Let me now, please, down below in the comments, what do you think about this? Because I think this is like no-brainer, right? Like, what are we even talking about? This is not the same as if someone was painting traditionally and then switched to digital art. Of course, it's much more simple because you can save the process, you can go back, you have layers. It's much more simple, undoubtedly. But you still have to know and have that skill of creating image and everything, like colors, and basically you don't have to have skill, almost no skill for typing a prompt. And someone might argue that yes, you have to learn some patterns and order how to type that prompt correctly. Sure, okay. But yeah, this is again the same as if you're simply just a client and you find some artists to do that work for you. I am fully aware that AI is probably going to stay here, and I think it's a great thing when it comes to medicine or upscaling in 3D graphics or whatever, or like reconstructing and improving old movies and films, or denoising, 3D rendering, and it can be very, very helpful, but just let's not pretend that there is some huge amount of effort done on these pictures, because there's not. Compared to doing it like a real artist do, it's not. But I'm really curious, guys. What do you think? Just write down below in the comments, and see you in the next video. Bye.